There we go. So it's a Friday, second week of August, and Chris and I are on the West Branch Sacandaga River. We're heading out to Good Luck Lake. It's 7 o'clock at night right now, so we've got to make some good timing. We don't have to go very far. Weather is beautiful out right now. I think it's like 75 degrees out. This weekend we should be getting up to about 80 degrees, and we might get a 2-hour long rain event on Saturday afternoon. It's supposed to rain Sunday night, but we're leaving Sunday morning, so that shouldn't be an issue. And right now we're just gonna head down the West Branch Sacandaga until we get to the fork up here. We're gonna be taking a right, and that's the runoff for Good Luck Lake. The plan for this weekend is to camp out at Good Luck Lake, and Saturday possibly hike up to the top of Good Luck Lake Overlook. Alright, so up here we do have a beaver dam that we're gonna have to get over, so that's our next little mission. This grass is very, very thick right here. It's almost hard to paddle through. It is hard to paddle through. Oh, that was really, really thick. It is absolutely beautiful out right now. Oh, looks like somebody marked where you gotta take a right. It is kind of easy to get lost back here. If you go the wrong way, you could end up heading quite a ways before you realize that you went the wrong way. Chris and I and Jeremy actually camped out here, I want to say it was close to 8 years ago. This is definitely a party lake. Good Luck Lake. The last time we were here, the campsite was just full of beer cans. We did clean up as much as we could, and we did bring back, I don't even remember how much change we got out of it, but we got quite a few cans out of the woods and turned them in at Price Chopper. Looks like this might have been the Beaver Dam. I don't know. A lot of people come out here to party, so wouldn't surprise me if people just came out here and chopped the beaver dam out so they can get through in their boats. That was easy. That was the easiest beaver dam I've done all month. I really do think that was the only one. I could be wrong though. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Nope, this is the beaver dam. But we can get out. So this won't be too bad. So this is what we're getting past right here. Pretty decent sized beaver dam. Oh, it's really hard to tell exactly where you got to go, but pretty sure we're going way out over there to the lake. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get back in the boat and start paddling again. All right, so we're past that beaver dam there. Pretty sure it's all smooth sailing from here right until we get to Good Luck Lake. All right, so here we got another little beaver dam, and ahead of us is the beaver hut. Pretty sure that we can just paddle right over this one as well. Yeah, that one was pretty easy. So here's the beaver hut right in front of me. That looks pretty cool. Yeah. Looks like we got another beaver dam up here, maybe. I don't know. I can barely tell. Talk to the camera, bud. You're good. Crazy how much this grew in. There's barely enough room on each side of me to put my paddles down into the water. I only got maybe a foot or two on each side. Makes for a fun little paddle. Alright, now we're entering Good Luck Lake. I can smell a campfire. Looks like this first campsite here on my right is taken. Oh, that sun is bright. Kind of do a little panoramic here. I want to see the sunset. Get it behind some trees. I don't know if I can paddle through this or not. Well, it wasn't too bad. Oh, it's beautiful out here. I can smell the campfire. Campfire smells really good. Good Luck Lake is definitely inviting. Every time I've ever come out here in the summer, I smell the campfire, and it's always beautiful. Some of my pictures on Instagram are of my Old Town boat during the sunrise. This campsite here is open, so we figure we just grab this one. This is campsite 6 on Good Luck Lake. It's a much larger campsite than what I thought was up here. So we're gonna set up our tents, get the campfire going, and then sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of our night. The put in for the campsite is pretty muddy, but got some logs there, really helped us get in. So we'll set up, get ourselves cleaned up and ready to go, and start relaxing. It is now 8:30 at night, so darkness is upon us. All right, here we go. Like I said, Good Luck Lake is a party lake. Everybody just parties here. That's all everybody does. Every time I've been on Good Luck Lake, it's been fireworks, screaming, yelling, beer, parties. Every time I've ever come here. It's a very inviting lake. It's beautiful, good campsites, and everybody just comes out to have a good old time. All right, so we got the fire going. I got my tent set up back here. Chris is getting his spot set up. He's gonna be set up over here by the trees, and then we're just gonna sit back and watch the fire burn and enjoy everybody screaming and yelling. It's now 6:30 in the morning. The fog's lifting up off the lake. Looks beautiful. Sun's just coming over. The sun's coming up over the trees. Looks absolutely beautiful out right now. So I'm gonna go up, start the campfire again a little bit later on. Make some breakfast. Sorry, I was yawning. I just woke up. It's absolutely beautiful outside right now. Alright, so I'm gonna go start a fire and make breakfast in a little bit. I brought pancakes, and I think Chris brought some eggs for himself. Alright, so it was a pretty good night. Slept okay. Temperature was beautiful. And we're just gonna relax for the day, I guess. All right, here we go. The fog is completely lifted off the lake. The sun is up now. It is beautiful. It's now 8 a.m. in the morning. I just kind of hung out, enjoyed the sunrise, and watched the birds play on the lake as the fog was lifting off. Did see a couple fish rise this morning, but it's gonna be a beautiful day. Hopefully the rain doesn't come through for a couple of hours, but should be all right. All right, it's time for some breakfast. I got my little propane tank, my measuring cup, my burner. Chris hooked me up with a bottle of water so I don't have to filter any. And I got my shake and pour Bisquick, some pancake syrup, my pan, cup, and my spatula. So I'm just going to get ready here and start cooking up my breakfast. Alright, I got my Bisquick shaken up. And I got my propane hooked up to my burner. And I got it on a very low heat. Just going to preheat the pan. I don't want it too hot. Just want it nice and warm. Nice warm pan. That way I don't burn the pancakes. And just pour it in there. Cook it up. And then we'll be eating breakfast. Nice and easy. Alright, pan's nice and hot. I'll put some pancakes or pancake batter on there now. Yeah, I should make a nice pancake. Alright, now we just slowly cook that for a few minutes. We'll flip it over and brown up the other side and we'll be good to go. My pancakes getting bubbly on the top. And the bottom is starting to turn golden brown. So in a minute we'll flip it. Alright, flipped our pancake. Nice golden brown, crispy. This is going to be a good pancake. Alright, I'm going to sit back and relax and get ready to eat. Alright, first pancake's done. I'm going to drizzle some pancake syrup on it now. And we'll start cooking up our second pancake here at the same time. And while we're eating that pancake, this one will cook. So this thing says 12 to 15 pancakes. I'll say it makes 4 or 5. Alright. Time to eat some food. Alright, now that we've had our breakfast, we've had our pancakes and a few eggs. Now we just got to do some dishes. I'll go down to the water. I'll grab some water for the pan. I'll heat it up, get it nice and warm. And I got some outdoor dish soap. And I'll use some of that. And get our silverware and our plates and our pots and pans and spatula all cleaned up. And then we'll lay down and take a nap for a little while. Chris and I, we decided that we're just going to spend the weekend on Good Luck Lake. We've got a really nice campsite. It's beautiful outside. So we're just going to sit back and relax and enjoy the weekend. And enjoy the campfire while we have some nice weather. So it's about 7:30 at night. We've just been hanging out here. Went for a little paddle on the lake for a little bit. Hung out at the campsite. Burned some firewood. Sun's going down now. And we got a decent fire going. About to make some dinner. We'll be making some steak and some mashed potatoes. But it's been a pretty laid back, lazy, relaxing day. We just kind of sat back and did whatever we felt like doing. Didn't do very much. So we were going to go to Spectacle Lake. And, Chris's knee was bothering him. and my back is still hurt from the William C. Whitney trip that we attempted last weekend. So we just kind of grabbed our campsite here, right on Good Luck Lake, campsite number 6. Hung out, just enjoyed the nice weather. Never rained like we expected it to, which is always a nice thing. So we're just gonna hang out for the night. I got some movies downloaded on my phone. I might pop one on. We're gonna sit down, eat some dinner, and watch a movie. Maybe go to bed a little early tonight. Might be a possibility. And then head on out tomorrow morning. All right, we got our steaks on. We both have filet mignons tonight. So we're gonna cook these up on the grill and then make some mashed potatoes and have our dinner. It's now almost 8:15, and we're gonna sit back, relax, watch a movie, have dinner, and then go to bed for the night. It's now 6 o'clock in the morning. Sun's now coming up. Fog is really lifting off the lake this morning. It's absolutely beautiful out here. All right, it's now 7 o'clock. Got the boats all packed up. Fog is lifted up off the lake high enough that we can see where we're going. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. I love it when the fog is lifting off the lake. It's so beautiful. It's one of my favorite times to paddle on the water. It's just absolutely gorgeous out here when it's like this. Alright, so we're gonna paddle out of here, get in the car, and head home. Just want to say thanks for watching. And if you'd like to like and subscribe the video, it'll definitely help out my channel. Alright, thanks for watching.